المفردات.
means vocab.
vocab. Okay.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
السلام عليكم.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام.
So you got a lot more people, so we're waiting for all of them to enter.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
السلام عليكم.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام.
So you got a lot more people. So that was because one of my windows was open. Bismillah, did you guys revive? You guys revise?
A bit, yeah.
Yes.
Right, let's start. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We carry on with Arabiyyatu Bayna Yadayk. For all those joining us, welcome. We've got a few more students in the classroom and those following on the live stream. Again, I'm going to repeat this and I'll carry on repeating for the next few lessons. If you don't understand anything or you're lost or you're not yet at this level, you can go back to the previous lessons. We've got Arabiyyatu Bayna Yadayk, book 1, it's all uploaded. Also when it comes to Nahu, as we'll be taking later on. So go back to those lessons and you can join the live stream, inshallah, there's no problem. If you've got any questions for those following the live stream, you can ask those questions. Sheikh Naeem, you can monitor those. And at the end, oh, you forgot from yesterday, then you can tell me, inshallah. For those joining you, a lot of you, I don't know your names, so I don't know if there's a feature to raise your hand whenever you want to read, in case I forget you. Right, we stopped here at التدريب. Right, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. التدريب صل بين المفرد والجمع. مفرد is singular and جمع is plural. So what they want you to do, here they've given you a singular and here is the plural. Sheikh Khaybar, please start. رقم 1, number 1. You're on mute.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. مستشفى، مستشفيات بإسحاق.
أحسن. Carry on.
صديق، أصدقاء. جامعة، جامعات. طبق، أطباق. شركة، شركات. طفل، أطفال.
أحسن. So if you notice, you've got words here which are masculine and words which are feminine. And you'll take some rules later on. There's certain words where it's easy to make it plural by just adding, for example, alif and ta, etc. Jam muannath salim. Example. Mustashfa is a hospital, Sadiq is a friend, Jamia, university, Tabaq is your plate or your dish, Sharika is a company, and Tifl is a child. Right, next one, Sheikh Umar, اقرأ. Sil. كل صورة بما يناسبها. So what they've done here, they've given you a picture and they've given you the word and they're saying join the word or put the word with the correct picture. And this first one, they've done it for you. So look, Al-Madina is the city. What's the purpose of all this? The purpose of all this is to get you used to vocabulary by seeing the picture, hearing the word, seeing the picture, hearing the word. And don't worry, you're not going to memorize everything on the first go. You'll keep about 10-20%, but the more you see it, the more you revise, you'll be able to carry on. Sheikh Umar, you can tell us which picture belongs where, and you can also translate. بقرأ المثال, the example.
Al-Madina, it means city. And Al-Qarya, it means town or village.
Town of Ahsant. Next one.
Mustashfa, Mustashfayat, it means hospital. Hospital, many hospital.
Ahsant.
And Talawus,
تلوث, ثا.
I think it is pollution.
Pollution. Next.
Aswaq means stairs.
So basically, what they were trying to tell you is this. Al-Madina, you've got a city, okay? What belongs in the city? What will you find in the city? And you've got a qarya. What will you find in that qarya? You understand? So in the Medina, are you going to find a mustashfa? Are you going to find hospitals in the city? Yes. Lesh. Why not? And talawuth, pollution, are you going to find it in the city? Yes.
Yes.
Aswaq, are you going to find it in the city? Yes. Hadi'ah, is the city going to be peaceful? Is it going to be serene? No. You understand? So carry on to the next line. Tell me where this belongs. Read, translate, and tell me where it belongs.
Dawaa, it belongs to Medina because it means
what is it?
It means noisy, loudy traffic.
Ahsan, next.
Hawa naqi.
أحسن.
It
هواء نقي مضاف إليه. هواء نقي.
هواء
not
نقي.
مضاف إليه، موصوف صفة. هواء نقي. أحسنت.
هواء نقي. It means, I think, air, a calm air.
Yes, clean air. Clean air. Will
Clean
you
air.
find it in the city or you find it
No.
في المدينة ولا في القرية؟
You find it in Medina.
لا.
Oh,
هواء
it's found
نقي.
in car. Yeah. القرية.
طيب. Next one.
جامعات, it means university. You find it in Medina. شركات, it means company. You find it in Medina.
أحسنت. طيب Sheikh Naim, here they're trying to teach you about colors. Can you see they've given you the color and they've also given you where it belongs. Sheikh Naim, read, translate. It's quite simple. Let's go.
بيضاء, that's white. سوداء,
سوداء with a dal.
that's red. صفراء,
سوداء is red. He's given it to you. It's right.
oh, orange, sorry, is that orange?
Here.
Oh, سوداء, yeah, that's black.
Black. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I think, okay. خضراء, that's green. حمراء, that's red. صفراء, that's yellow. And زرقاء, that's blue.
Okay, what I want you to know is that when it comes to colors, you can have them masculine or feminine, depending on the word that you're describing, depending on the word that you give in the color. So for example, if it's feminine, you're going to use this. This is the feminine form. But if it's masculine, it's abiyad. And if it's masculine, aswad instead of sawda. For example, sayyaratun sawda. Sayyara is feminine, belongs here, black car. Okay? خضراء, masculine of it is أخضر, حمراء, أحمر, صفراء, أصفر, زرقاء, أزرق. طيب الشيخ, who's new here? Yeah, Ahsan Khaybar, if you've raised your hand, anybody else who wants to read, I can't see all of you on the screen. You want to read? Raise your hand so I can see you. Khaybar.
No,
What's
I
your
had a question. So let's say
Yes.
you need to say black house. You say هدري أسود. So بيت أسود.
بيت أسود. أسود, that's a black house, or البيت الأسود. الحجر الأسود. الحجر, the word is masculine. That's why you're taking أسود and not سوداء. You understand?
Okay. Yeah.
أحسنت. طيب الشيخ, who's new? Junaid. You with us?
Inshallah, I think I'm going to pass for this one, if that's okay.
MashaAllah, it's easy, especially if you've got a background in Arabic.
Okay. Inshallah, let me give it a try. Bismillah. We have بيضاء.
So tell me, what exactly do they want you to do here? Read this and translate it for me.
I wouldn't be able to translate it.
Okay, read it.
What is this? سل بين
بين الصورة
what is that? لو
واللون المناسب. So لون means a color.
Okay.
Loan is a color. So here they've given you the writing and they want you to join it. Which color does it belong to? Let's go. Bismillah.
Bismillah. So بيضاء. I think I'm cheating a little bit, but that's gonna be white.
Okay.
سوداء. What is that? I don't remember from my memory.
You've been to Mecca before? No?
I have a while ago.
You have. What's the? We were talking about the black stone. What do you say? Al-hajarul.
Oh, aswad.
Aswadu. So aswad, because that's the hajar. The word stone is masculine. So here, this is the feminine version. What's the closest thing to aswad here? Sauda. No.
Yeah. So
Okay,
that
next.
was black, right? Yeah.
Okay.
What is that? خضراء. Right, and I think that was is that red?
خضراء. Sheikh Umar, a new student, help him out. خضراء.
In green.
There's two Umars. طيب عمر واحد في Where are you from, Umar? Number one from Canada?
I'm from Canada, yeah,
طيب
but now
عمر.
I'm from Medina, so Omar Medina.
طيب المدني خلاص. طيب عمر, new عمر, السلام عليكم. First time we're meeting.
وعليكم السلام.
خضراء, what's خضراء?
Are you asking me, Sheikh?
Yes, خضراء.
خضراء means like orange.
Who else? Any other new students want to try? I can't see any of you. Sheikh Matura, يلا help them. خضراء.
Yeah. Green.
You know, yeah, you know what it is. Give me a verse in the Quran where there is خضراء or أخضر. You have to.
Juz
Give me the verse.
15.
يحلون فيها
Half.
ويلبسون ثيابا خضرا. ها؟
Yes.
من سندس. أحسنت. طيب carry on Sheikh Junaid. حمراء.
Okay. We have Hamra. Is that going to be green?
No, حمراء is going to be red, and خضراء. Notice how this is a kha. It's a ha. You'll get this with practice. But everybody learns differently. Some people, they memorize and they'll say خضراء green, خضراء green, خضراء green 500 times. That's their method. It's up to them. Personally, I found for myself, especially when I was learning, you get the word and then try and use it in about 10 different sentences, and inshallah you won't forget.
Inshallah.
So hamra is red. Again, for those joining, I'll send you guys the book. Download it. For those following on the stream, inshallah, I'll pin that on the chat. And then make notes. If you have, I'm not fussed whether you print the book, whether you write in an exercise book, whether you have on your PDF on your phone or whatever, just make a small mark there. Hamra is red. You look at it quite a few times, you'll use it, and then you won't forget, inshallah. Yalla, carry on. Safra. Naeem, Safra. The reason why I'm asking.
Yellow. Sure.
Yellow. You memorize the first juz. No, where's the ayah?
No, I haven't memorized the first juz.
No, you haven't memorized. طيب, عالم غير. صفراء.
Yellow.
Where is the ayah in the Quran?
Sheikh.
حفاظ. Umar, حافظ. Any one of them? Umar from Medina, حافظ.
So there are hadith about the Khadra one, that when the Makkah would be green.
لا وانت آية قال إنها بقرة صفراء فاقع لونها تسر الناظرين. طيب زرقاء. Last one. خيبر. blue. أحسن. طيب التدريب. صل بين الكلمتين المناسبتين كما في المثال. Remember I was telling you about masculine and feminine. Now they're teaching it to you here. So they're trying to tell you the two closest ones, or the two colors which are the same and the words are the closest. Join between them. So the whole point of this exercise is to teach you this is masculine and here's the feminine version. أحمر, حمراء. طيب Sheikh عالم غير, please read.
Yeah. أحمر, حمراء, أصفر.
And translate.
Yeah. So أحمر, حمراء, red.
Next.
And the plural red. أصفر, صفراء, yellow. أبيض, white. بيضاء, أسود. سوداء, black. أزرق, زرقاء, blue. أخضر, خضراء, that's green.
Excellent, well done. Get to the next exercise. تبادل السؤال والجواب مع زميلك. ما معنى زميل نعيم؟
Red. Read.
زميل. ما معنى زميل هنا يا شيخ؟
friend. Sorry, Sheikh. Friend.
With your friend, with your mate. كما في المثال. طيب اقرأ. Read the first one.
متى خضرت من اليمن؟
طيب, you've got to differentiate between your ha and your kha. Don't have a mixture of خضرت, حضرت.
So when did you come from Yemen?
Ahsant. And then what's the answer? Read it also.
خضرت قبل 10 سنوات.
is قبله or قبل.
قبله. Sorry, you must say قبله.
I came 10 years ago. Okay, so everybody's going to read one here. Can you see they've given you the country, they've given you the year. So basically the first, this one person speaking, asking somebody else, and then this guy answers. So they've given you which country you're supposed to put here, and they've then given you the years. طيب يا شيخ, let's go in order. عالم غير.
متى حضرت من المال؟ حضرت قبل 9 سنوات.
حضرت قبلها.
حضرت قبل 9 سنوات.
تسعي. Look, follow it exactly. Okay, and you'll find here there's some countries which will take alif lam, like al-Yaman, and there's some countries which won't. And generally, the countries which are foreign countries where there's no Arabic in them, or they don't have Arabic names, you're going to find that they won't have alif lam, generally, not a hard and fast rule. طيب الشيخ عمر المدني.
متى حضرت من كينيا؟
طيب
حضرت
لحظة. في فرق بين حضرت وحضرت. Is there a difference between حضرت and حضرت?
حضرت it is for men, I think so.
طيب حضرت is asking that person a question. So again, you need to go back to the lessons, and inshallah we'll try and recap for you. Here we spoke about verbs. Okay, you have a root word in Arabic. Again, we'll recap for you. You have a root word. From that, you then derive the past tense, the present tense, future tense, fi'l, amr, etc. to give somebody an order. This is past tense. The word is hadara. Hadara means he came from, or he was present. Hadarta, the question is for you. The minute you got this ta here, and when you say tu, hadartu means I came. So can you see here, this person, let's say this is example, Muhammad is asking the second person who is Zayd. He's saying, Mata hadarta anta? When did you come from Yemen? So he replies, he can't say hadarta, he can't say you came. No, the question is directed to him. So he says hadartu. And this is called, it comes under what's called dama'ir. It's called a damir, ta, damir, muttasil, etc. And you'll take all that in i'rab. طيب, read this one again. Let's go.
متى حضرت من كينيا؟ من كينيا.
من كينيا. أحسنت.
حضرت قبل هذا 7 سنوات. 8 سنوات.
8 سنوات. What I want you to notice, and this is a rule for numbers I taught the guys last year. Number 1 and number 2. Look here. This word here is masculine or feminine? Okay, let's say sanawat. Sanawat is masculine or feminine?
Feminine. No.
Feminine. Why? Feminine.
Feminine.
Right? Jam muannath salim. Okay? When you've got a feminine word, if the number before it is 1 or 2, it's going to be feminine. Okay? It's a rule. You just have to learn it. It's just the rule. 3 to 9. If this is feminine, the number will be masculine. So can you see, how do you differentiate between what's masculine and feminine? Obviously, by getting used to it. But generally, if you've got that round ta, so for example, shajaratun, nakhlatun, it's feminine. Why? One of the signs of a word being feminine is it will have that round ta. So here, it's not asharata. Tilka asharatun kamila. Example, asharatun there is feminine. Here, ashri, masculine. Why? Because this is feminine. So the rule is opposite. If this is feminine from the numbers 3 to 9, then this one will be masculine. So when you're speaking here, thamani sanawatin. And they call it al-adad wal-ma'dud. Adad is the number, ma'dud, the thing being counted. Carry on. عالم غير.
نعم.
عالم غير اقرأ اللي بعد.
متى حضرت من إريتريا؟
I mean Eritrea. Eritrea is close to Ethiopia, Djibouti. Carry on.
When did you come from Eritrea? حضرت قبل 7 سنوات. I came 7 years ago.
أحسنت. طيب الشيخ ماتورة last one.
متى حضرت من السنغال؟ حضرت قبل 6 سنوات.
Why ستة? You guys took نحو with me. You mustn't make these mistakes. Just look here. قبل 6. قبل 6.
حضرت قبل 6 سنوات.
أحسنت. طيب. Next one. So can you see all this is to get you guys familiar with speaking. Again, don't be shy to make a mistake. We all make mistakes, and that's the only way you learn. Junaid, read this example and then answer and translate for me. Try your best.
Inshallah, I'll try. هل معك
Sorry, one more thing. Before you start, for those joining from the middle, don't worry. It will take you a week, 2 weeks. I remember when I went to Medina, we joined the term late, and I didn't go to the first level. I went to the second level because I had a little bit of an Arabic background in the sense that we learned a little bit of grammar, a little bit of words, but we couldn't speak. First day I went to class and they only speak in Arabic. Every single teacher speaks in Arabic. Everybody there is generally speaking in Arabic. And I thought to myself, where have I come to? I don't know what's going on. But subhanAllah, Allah has created your mind and your brain such that you go to a place you won't understand anything. That could be the language, it could be the system, it could be the country itself. But as you immerse yourself in that environment, you slowly start picking up, okay, this means this means that, I'm supposed to do this, etc. So stick with it, be patient, and inshallah, you find yourself progressing. طيب, اقرأ.
هل معك الجنسية اليمني؟ يمنية.
So hal is a questioning word. He's saying, do, in this question, hal ma'aka, do you have? Al-jinsiyah means citizenship. Yamaniyah, Yemen. So he's asking him, do you have Yemeni citizenship? I.e., do you have a passport, Yemeni passport? That's what he's asking him. So he says, na'am, yes. What's the opposite of na'am, Junaid?
Would be la.
La. Na'am means yes, la means no. He says, na'am wa ma'i. And I also have Jawazu Safaril Yemeni. You understand? So he's saying he's got the citizenship and he's got the passport. Sometimes people have citizenship, they don't have a passport. If you get into immigration and all that. Anyway. طيب Umar, in India, I know it's very late there. يلا اقرأ.
هل معك الجنسية
مالية. أحسنت.
مالية.
Look, here, can you see Yemen here?
Yes.
There's no ta connected to it. Here, there was no ta connected. متى حضرت من اليمن. طيب, why did they join the star here? Because the word they want to use is feminine. So here, they added a ta. And this is what you call in Arabic. And I'm just going to throw rules at you guys, but we'll take them. Mawsuf and sifa, huh?
If I'm
Sorry,
not wrong.
I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Ta
around ta, but it's also called mawsuf and sifa. What's mawsuf? Mawsuf is the thing being described, and sifa is the description. And they're supposed to agree in what's called the i'rab. So if this one has a dhamma, this one also must have one dhamma. This one has alif and lam. Generally, you're going to find this one also has alif and lam. So al-jinsiyya. Sorry, your sound is not clear.
Noun and adjective.
Yes, noun and adjective, correct. You're describing it. طيب اقرأ, read, answer your question here.
نعم ومعي جواز سفر مالي.
Ahsan. Notice how they're also trying to train you to differentiate when it's feminine and when it's masculine. طيب next خيبر.
بسم الله. هل معك الجنسية العراقية؟ نعم، معي جواز السفر العراقي.
أحسنت، نعم ومعي. طيب next شيخ ماتورة.
هل معك الجنسية الإريترية؟ صح؟
طيب
نعم ومعي جواز السفر الإريترية.
إريتري. أحسنت. طيب نعيم last one.
هل معك جنسية
هل معك ألف لام ألف لام here. These small things that I correct you on, don't be annoyed. It will only make you better. هل معك ها؟
صح.
You see the ألف لام.
صح. هل معك الجنسية سنغالية؟
هي سنغالية. طيب
سنغالية.
كريم.
نعم ومية.
ومية ها؟ what's this؟ ومعي مع means with. معي I have. Yeah.
ومعي جواز السفر السنغالي.
أحسن. طيب وين عمر؟ يا شيخ عمر خلني أسألك. Let me ask you. هل معك الجنسية الكندية؟
نعم.
طيب عندك جواز كندي أيضا؟
نعم. أنا عندي جواز
طيب
كندي.
جاوب كما جاوب هنا. Answer like how he's answered here.
نعم. ومعي جواز السفر كندي.
الكندي. أحسنت. Well done. طيب again, so these exercises at the beginning, they give you a few passages to read. You get used to the vocab, and then these are all exercises for you to be able to practice that vocab you took and to be able to ask the same type of concept in different ways to different people. Let's take this one, last one. طيب, Sheikh Matura, tell me what they want, what's this exercise about, and read the example.
This exercise is about asking why you left your country.
Yeah.
And to know the countries.
And also to teach you about the countries in Arabic. So some of them in English is the same and some of them are not. طيب اقرأ المثال. اقرأ is an order to read.
Okay. لماذا تركت العراق? Why did you left Iraq?
عراقي ولا look here.
Yeah.
تركت, I taught you before. ترك is your فعل. And then
العراق. It will have a
العراق is
fatha.
what? تركت أنت العراق. أيوة مفعول به. طيب.
انتقلت الشركة إلى جدة. The company changed to Jeddah.
انتقل means to
move.
When somebody dies, to move. So when somebody dies, they say انتقل إلى رحمة الله. He's moved to the mercy of Allah. They're hoping for goodness for him. طيب. عالم غير next one.
لماذا تركت طرابلس؟
أحسنت.
انتقلت الشركة إلى الرياض.
شركة.
انتقلت الشركة إلى الرياض.
طيب عمر المدني طرابلس أعلمهم in English.
Excuse me?
طرابلس in English. What do you translate as?
Why did you leave?
No. Where is this city here?
Honestly, I don't know.
Tripoli?
Tripoli. Where's Tripoli?
Yeah.
Libya.
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 Tripoli, I
You
think.
must Google. You must use Google. Only if I ask you a question and I say don't look, don't use Google. طيب next. عالم غير.
لماذا تركت مكة؟ انتقلت الشركة إلى المدينة.
الشركة, to make that كسرة clear. Otherwise you soon start saying شركة. انتقلت
لماذا
الشركة
تركت
إلى المدينة. أي انتقلت الشركة إلى
المدينة.
أحسن. طيب who else is here? عمر. Yes.
Jeff, can I have a quick? Is it إلى جدة? It says in the example جدة. Is it مدينة or is مدينة or مدينة?
Where?
You know in the example it says إلى جدة.
Yes.
Right? He said مدينة. Is it مدينة or is it مدينة?
No, إلى المدينة.
للمدينة.
Yeah. And why is it جدة? Who remembers?
إلى مكة، إلى جدة. These are exceptions.
Exceptions. أحسنت. And المدينة, because it's got alif lam, you can give it a كسرة.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
طيب next نعيم, read.
لماذا تركت إيران؟
So wherever they haven't, just take it as a rule. Wherever they haven't given you an alif lam, don't say an alif lam. Okay. Some of them go with alif and lam, and some of them don't.
Okay. لماذا تركت إيران؟ انتقلت الشركة إلى
Libya.
Libya.
Which is Libya.
صح.
طيب Junaid, next one.
لماذا تركت
What does لماذا mean? Tell me, what does لماذا mean?
لماذا is it something have you?
Yeah, so لماذا means why. It's asking
Okay.
why did you
Why?
do this? Okay.
Okay. لماذا? That means why.
So you guys who are starting new, start picking up few words, and inshallah you'll find within a week or 2 weeks you'll be on the same level as these guys, if not better, inshallah. Carry on.
لماذا تركت مالي?
Mali is a country in Africa. لماذا تركت مالي? He's asking why did you leave Mali? Carry on.
Would it be تركت or تركت?
تركت مالي. Can you see if there was an alif lam, you could say تركت العراق, for example.
Okay,
Carry
that
on.
makes sense. What does that say? انتقلت الشركة إلي or إلى?
إلى. So
إلى.
if it was إلي, you're going to have 2 dots under the ya.
Okay.
No 2 dots, إلى. So for
إلى.
example, مستشفى singular, it got that it's called alif maqsura. Because it got no 2 dots, you're not going to say mustashfi. It's not going to be a ya. Okay?
Okay.
Carry on.
إلى, and then it would be Kenya.
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 Kenya. أحسنت. طيب اللي بعده, who hasn't read in this exercise? Umar from India.
لماذا تركت مكة؟
No, here. لماذا تركت إريتريا؟
إريتريا. انقتلت الشركة. انتقلت الشركة إلى السنغال. السنغال.
أحسن. خيبر.
لماذا تركت المال؟ انتقلت الشركة إلى السعودية.
إلى السعودية. أحسنت. طيب what other word? What does إلى mean, Junaid? إلى. What can you derive to say? Take a guess if you don't know what it means.
What do you mean?
2.
Ahsan. 2? Oh, okay.
2. Ahsant. Well done.
I was right. Oh.
طيب, last 2. Let's finish off. Come on. Who wants to read? Anybody? Let's go.
Me.
عالم غير. Where are you? Okay. طيب خيبر.
لماذا تركت الجدة؟
No alif lam there. I told you, if they didn't give you an alif lam, don't read an alif lam. They've made it easy for you.
لماذا
لماذا
تركت الجدة؟
Okay, and I told you yesterday, there's 3 ways to say Judda. What are they?
جدة، جدة، جدة.
Well done. So you can put a dhamma here, fatha here, or kasra here. Judda, Jadda, Jidda. Carry on.
انتقلت الشركة إلى الرياض.
Ahsant. Well done. Last one. Also you can read.
لماذا تركت الدمام؟
لماذا تركت الدمام؟ Dammam is a place in
دمامة.
Eastern Province.
انتقلت الشركة إلى مكة.
Ahsant. Well done. We'll stop there. Inshallah, tomorrow you'll find we finish these exercises. And then you'll take this and then you'll get to the next module. What's the next module about? When we get to it, we'll see. Any questions with what we took? Naeem, you've been following the live stream. Any questions from there? Up and down?
No questions from the Sheikh.
No questions. Somebody asked yesterday through one of the links. So currently we have the brothers in the class participating. If any of the sisters want to follow, then you'll have to follow on the stream. And if you got questions, we usually leave a link. Today I didn't put it, but you can leave your question in the stream, or you can leave your question on the link, and inshallah we'll see that. You guys got any questions for this? How did you find your first lessons? The guys who are coming new, what didn't you understand? What do you wish you understood, or where do you want us to start from? Meaning, what can we cover that would make your journeys easier? Carry on, Junaid.
Yeah, so I mean, I was just going to ask if you could send me this PDF or
Okay.
this document. That way, inshallah, I can kind of catch up a little bit as well.
Okay, inshallah, I'll send you that as well as book 1A.
Jazakallah.
Inshallah,
has me too
what?
also.
I'll send you in the group, inshallah. Okay. Here, Arabic, you guys are starting somewhere in the middle. Nahu, you'll find it a little bit more difficult. You're starting somewhere in the middle, but if you take one lesson a day, inshallah, whatever you don't know, ask questions. On Monday, next week, we'll start fiqh. What I do encourage you guys to do is to write. Again, everybody learns differently, but I haven't seen anybody who just, very few people who just sit and they'll memorize everything that was said and like a computer. But write, and some people make short notes. For me personally, I used to make short notes when I first started going to lessons in the Haram. First, I used to sit and listen. Then one guy told me, "Why don't you write?" And I told him, "No, I'm new. I don't speak Arabic. I barely spoke Arabic." The Sheikh speaks fast. He said, "No, you're just making excuses. This is from Shaitan." I said, "Tomorrow I'll get you a book and start writing." I promise you, when I first started, and I used to write and maybe like 2 or 3 words, and I used to lose the Sheikh. But Alhamdulillah, after about 2 or 3 years, you're able to write every single word that he says. And you'll be waiting for him. Why? Later on, instead of you going to a recording and wasting I won't say wasting your time, but taking up so much time, you have the notes fully, then you summarize those notes. And then if you want to be really good at your fiqh, you memorize your summary. So for example, if I'm going to tell you that zakah has so many conditions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So write the thing. Then same like you're studying for school, but again, people study differently. What I would advise is you guys write. Because if you don't write and then you don't revise, I'm going to ask you questions. What's this? What's this? Example, you've got $5,000. Do you pay zakah on it? You don't pay zakah on it. How much is the zakah, etc. And this, inshallah, how we're going to do it, I'll take the masail. What's a masala? For example, is zakah compulsory upon a child? So some children have wealth, either through inheritance, their parents give them. Is it compulsory to pay zakah on that wealth or not? Now you find the schools of fiqh differ. For you guys starting off in fiqh, I can't give you that answer. Why? You'll be confused. You won't know what to do. So what I will do is I'll give you madhab at a time. So first, take the Hanafi madhab, because it's the first madhab that came about. Remember, long ago, there were many different madhahib. Imam Ibn Jarir al-Tabari had his own madhab. Many others had their own madhab. But those madhahib died out. Allah chose that 4 famous ones would remain. You still find the opinions of others, Sufyan al-Thawri, al-Awza'i, etc., Dawood al-Zahiri. But you find these 4 are famous and practiced upon about more than 95% of the world. That's my guesstimate. So if you learn the Hanafi madhab, you learn these masail. So in zakah, if you've got, let's say 100 masail, 200 masail, you've learned a madhab, you've learned it properly, you've understood it, and you're not confused to say, hey, no, but there's difference of opinion here. Then you get to the next madhab, the Maliki madhab. So you will take the same mas'ala. Is zakah compulsory when it comes to the wealth of a child? Now you've got all your experience through the whole book, Hanafi madhab. Now you come to the Maliki madhab. When you come to the Maliki madhab, you learn the Maliki madhab, and it will also be a recap for the Hanafi madhab. Remember, fiqh is something that you can't read once and finish, you know it. You have to carry on reading. Even I know people who take the same book. We had one sheikh in Medina who taught us. There's Al-Mughni. Anybody heard of the book Al-Mughni? Anybody into fiqh here? Al-Mughni. Mughni, written by Ibn Qudama. Ibn Qudama was a sheikh in Hanbali fiqh. He wrote, and generally you find the scholars wrote their books in fiqh. They first started with beginner, entry level, no difference of opinion, just the bare minimum, the bare mas'ala. Eventually they go a little bit deeper and they write it with an evidence. And eventually they go a little bit deeper and they're arguing inside the madhab. So you find that sometimes the people inside the madhab, they all don't agree. So for example, when we say the Hanafi madhab is not only made up of Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah, it's made up of his 2 students, Imam Abu Yusuf, Imam Muhammad, and you find there's also opinions of a man called Zufar. We'll go through all this inshallah, don't worry. So you find that that's like a 3rd level where they write there's differences in the madhab. They're not all agreeing. Then another level is where they then speak about the differences between their madhab and the different madhahib. So for example, the Hanafis, the Malikis, the Shafi'is, Hanbalis, etc. So if you're going to try to jump from here to step number 100, you can't. You're going to fall down. You have to go to step from step 1 to step 2 to step 3 to step 4. But you'll find, inshallah, you'll gather and gain a lot of knowledge, bi'idhnillah. Same when it comes to Aqidah. Personally, I prefer taking it in the same order, mas'ala after mas'ala after mas'ala. And there's many books I'll tell you about, which you can go back to. Once you learn that and you've written, you've memorized, you're fluent in it, you're able to answer questions, teach others, inshallah. Anything else you guys want to ask before I finish off with this book here? Anything else? Any questions? Anybody? Nobody? And if you can't attend all the lessons or you need to go, no problem. Just leave. Don't say anything. Just leave. No other question. Khaybar?
Oh, Sheikh.
Yalla, have your notebooks ready on Monday, inshallah. We carry on with Ad-Da wa Dawaa. I told you guys I was summarizing it. Yesterday, what did we speak about? Khaybar?
I didn't take notes there.
I see. Who else was here? Naeem? Roughly, what did we speak about?
Someone whose heart is concerned with the dunya and doesn't care about the akhirah. He's not planning to. And then he went to Imam Ibn al-Qayyim, rahimahullah, asked him the question. Then Imam Ibn al-Qayyim answered it.
You once said what? Anyone got an answer or no?
There's 3 classes of people, right? I think the first class was
tell me roughly, what was he talking about?
One class of people that can do anything and they won't be held accountable or responsible. The those who aren't sure whether they believe or not. And I don't remember the third
Okay,
class.
so recap. What he was saying yesterday is that there's some people you tell them that, you know what, obey Allah, do good deeds, etc. in this world. And their response is, you know what, an-naqdu khayrun min an-nasi'a. Having something, pleasure now is better than having it in the akhirah. And they say that either because they don't know what's the akhirah, they don't believe in the akhirah, or their iman is weak. Today, he touches on another question. He says that if somebody had to ask a question to say, is it possible, or how is it possible that a person has iman in his heart? He has iman. He believes in his heart. However, his actions go opposite or are completely opposite to what he believes. So a person believes that, you know what, there's qiyamah, I'll be asked about my deeds, etc. However, his actions don't show that. And he goes to mention some of the reasons for this. And he says that the question is saying, or the question he poses is, how is it possible for a person who knows that he's going to meet the King of Kings, and he knows fully well that he's either going to be honored in the best way possible, i.e. entered into Jannah, or he'll be punished in the worst way possible? How can he forget that meeting? How can he become unmindful of this? And he says it happens. And again, why does it happen? He goes on to mention one of the reasons is ghafla. People become unmindful. People, their knowledge, and he specifically touches on this point. He says their knowledge of Allah is weak. And there's a very big difference between those who know and have knowledge and practice upon it, and those who don't have knowledge. That's why Allah says, قُلْ هَلْ يَسْتَوِي الَّذِينَ يَعْلَمُونَ وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Are those who know and those who don't know equal? No, they're not equal. So he speaks about the importance of firstly educating oneself to increase their knowledge as well as their iman, so that what they believe is in conformity with their physical action. So you find a person believes that, you know what, drinking alcohol is haram, but you find he still drinks. Why? One of the reasons for that is he hasn't understood who's the creator, and his knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is weak. That's why you find no Muslim, if you tell a Muslim, do you believe in Allah? Do you love Allah? They'll say yes. Okay, so why do you do all this? Because we haven't reached that level where we know who is the creator. And how do you get to know the creator? How do you get to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? By reading the Quran, reflecting over its meaning, getting to know his great names and attributes, pondering over the creation, reflection, just sitting out. There's two different people, those who sit and go to enjoy nature for the fact that it's nature. We enjoyed the waterfalls, we enjoyed the sea, we enjoyed this. That's one type of people. Other type of people, yes, they enjoy those things, they look at those things, but with the intention, and they've got it in their heart, that they are reflecting and pondering over the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in every single thing, you will find a sign of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To end off, Ibn Qayyim rahimahullah then speaks, or he mentions another reason for this happening, where a person's actions are not in conformity with their belief, is that the person doesn't have patience and they don't have what's called basira, foresight. And one of the ayat, he says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when speaking about Banu Israel, he says, وَجَعَلْنَا مِنْهُمْ أَئِمَّةً يَهْدُونَ بِأَمْرِنَا لَمَّا صَبَرُوا. Allah made them imams. Allah made some of them, or from amongst them, leaders. When did he give them this leadership? When did he raise them in status? لَمَّا صَبَرُوا. When they had patience, وَكَانُوا بِآيَاتِنَا يُوقِنُونَ, and they had full conviction in the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You've got to realize, and this is not only something Islamic, it's not only an Islamic concept, it's also you find in the secular world. You've got to have patience. Patience means, for example, in our example, attending a lesson where it takes long, making your notes, at times being told that, oh, why didn't you learn this? Why didn't you learn that? You have to have that patience. You want to achieve in business. You've got to put in that effort. You've got to go out. You've got to meet people. You've got to lose at times. All that requires patience. So same when it comes to the deen. And it's mentioned that one of the scholars was asked that, is it better for a person to be elevated in status in the deen? هل الأفضل أن يمكن, where he's got everything and he's in a place of leadership and a place of authority and is somebody respected, etc. Or is it better for him to be tested? And the scholar replies, he says that لا يمكن حتى يبتلى. A person won't reach that status. So the questioner is saying, is this better or this better? And he's telling him, you'll never reach the top status until you bear patience, until you go through difficulty and hardship. So a summary of all that is, you've got to realize in life, you'll go through difficulty, you'll go through hardship, use that difficulty to come closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the affair of a believer is the best. If any goodness befalls him, he's grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if any calamity befalls him, he is patient. We ask Allah to grant us goodness. Ameen. Any last questions before we finish up for today? Nothing?
Jazakallah khair.
Ameen wa iyyakum. Yallah. Narakum ala khair. Sheikh Umar from India. I know it's very late where you are. Others, sorry for your timings, but this is currently what I'm able to do. في أمان الله. See you inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Assalamu
عليكم
alaikum.
السلام.